Zombie apocalypse.
What is up, guys and gals? It is Spac3Unicorn bringing you some hot friggity frag action. So today we are moving on to part 2 of relearning frag. So in order to do that, what we have to do today is focus on our movement. This has been my biggest area of letdown in the recent frag season. I am struggling with my movement and I'm struggling with my aiming. So we're going to really focus in on that. And I'm going to show you guys some of the tricks that I use to get back to a competitive standpoint. So we're going to start with little striker boy here. So what I mean by movement, so some of you guys know and some of you guys don't know what a strafe pattern is. A strafe is just a very simple side-to-side motion that makes you much harder to hit from your opponent's standpoint. Now, strafing is great, but you, as a player, have to get your strafe pattern to where you can strafe and hit your targets consistently. This is where people tend to fall short. It is unfortunate, but it is. So your movement pattern is important. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing me just kind of go side to side. A very, very simple pattern to do and to follow, which is what you kind of want. I'll leave that there for him and let's go back. Into stink. So we're going to grab Andrew. So your strafe pattern will only be effective if you're hitting your shots. If you are not hitting your shots, what? I was nowhere near that bobber buddy. So if you're not hitting your shots, the strafe will not be as effective for you. And one of the weird things with this game as opposed to other games is you can actually understrafe. There's not many games that you can truly understrafe in, and this is one of the ones you can. What I mean by that is, so your side-to-side motion, you want your whole body to be moving from the position that it is in. Pretty simple, right? Let's get rid of this pest. Don't like him. So what we want to do here, a good way to learn this, is to grab, if you can get to a tower, take your crosshair, put it on the middle of the tower, and just kind of get used to moving your mouse, well, not your mouse, your finger. I'm sorry, I play a lot of PC games on the side, so you kind of get used to aiming. So you kind of want to pick a spot in the middle of the target and just kind of go back and forth while maintaining your crosshair on the middle of the target. This is a lot easier said than done. There's a lot of people that can't do this, which is fine. But you pick a spot on the target and you just kind of go back and forth. Now obviously, the farther away you are, the harder it is to stay on target. We're actually ignoring him because we're not trying to frag out right now. We're trying to lock on to a pattern that we can use consistently to aid us in getting kills. To put it simply, which I'm fine with. That's a good. Where is Soldier Trunk? Good card to do this with. So, you have to hit your shots. If you're not hitting shots, you guys just saw there. Stop texting for a moment, please. I'm not supposed to be getting notifications whenever I do this. They're actually turned off. Unfortunately, the phone thinks it knows better than I do. So that's kind of what we want to do, guys. The strafing is important. And the thing with the strafe is you need your whole body to move in order for this to be effective. Now, the movement size changes depending on the size of your character that you are using. Pretty simple, right? So I would love to back out of this, but my game has frozen. So I will bring you guys right back as soon as I reload, and we will continue this video. And alrighty, guys and gals, we are back. Sorry about the lockup. It happens. So we're going to hop into the match, and this time, instead of aiming at the towers with our strafe pattern, we're going to be aiming at other players. This is where it gets tricky, because players have a much smaller hitbox, and the distance can be much greater than a tower. And there he is. Whoever that guy is. I have no idea. So, we're actually going to start with Andrew here. So if you guys remember in the last video, the meta is splash damage. It's just that easy. So, you've got to get in the habit of hitting your shots consistently and on the move. This is where it gets tricky, because if you go in a straight line, AI can lock onto you and your opponent can lock onto you. It's easier said than done, but it is important nonetheless. So, you guys also may remember when I said earlier that you want to be careful not to overstrafe. Understrafe, I mean. Understrafing means your movement pattern is not good enough. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing it's much harder to lock onto a character that is smaller than your target. So as you guys see here, we kind of stay on the tower. Now, as I also said earlier, you can understrafe in this game. Understrafing means your character isn't moving enough to actually deviate your opponent's shot. Hades. Low health, Hades, not a good combination. Anyways, let's grab Lucha here. We're going to help him along so he can get some pressure here. Then we're going to switch off of him. He is not our objective here. We're just keeping him on a tower to keep pressure there. So, with the meta being splash damage, you're actually really helped in this category of play right now. Strafing, while still super important, isn't as important as it used to be. So what you're seeing here is my strafe pattern enabled it for me. I hate that bobber bubble sometimes. Enabled me to stay alive in that situation against that Wolfenstein. This is why strafing is so important. Now, you guys also remember that I said you can understrafe in this game. It is a common thing to do. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't, but it is. Let's get rid of this guy real quick. Not a big fan of the Hades. There's a lot of characters I'm not, but see, now, that was a good one. That was a good example. You saw at that distance, I was strafing side to side, moving my whole body, enabling me to take less damage from his wolf. He's not paying attention. No, I am clearly behind a wall on that one, buddy boy. But oh well, what you gonna do? Alright, so send that over there. Nice little snipe with the Soldiertron, if I do say so myself. But yeah, so I also told you guys back to the talk. Sorry guys, I randomly go some places sometimes. You need to get in the habit of keeping your crosshair on target. You guys saw there, this is where I have been sloppy as of late, is maintaining target connection. This, it's something you can do pretty easily, but it takes time, and it's something I used to be really good at. So I'm kind of, this is one of the places where I am disappointed in myself as of late. But you can understrafe in this game too, because there's actually a thing where they just kind of sidestep. You saw me do it a few times there. It's a bad habit. They don't move their whole body. They just kind of twist their hips. So, with that being said, guys, this is part 2 of ReLearning Frag. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and down there. All of your support is wonderful and truly appreciated. Have a fantastic day, guys, and stay